Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. You folks might be able to tell that I am a professional singer. I definitely was not on American Idol. Always survive in the house. What's up, brother? Hey, I'm at work, but I'll be listening. Boom. Thank you. Thank you. Janet Potter in the house. Good afternoon, everyone. What's up, Janet? How are you today? All right. Just getting this going. Hopefully, we'll get some other awesome people to show up. Always survive. Always survive. Wrote hello. Hello. All right. Uh-oh. Huh? Don't mind me, folks. I'm just getting something going over here. Okay, okay. Boom. First goal for number of likes is 5. Let's go. Hit the like if you have not already. I got my coffee, got my big coffee. I'm ready to rant. Open discussion. Some of you folks might know how I get down with my open discussions. If you are new here, introduce yourself. Say hello in the chat. Say hello. Don't be shy. If you're a content creator, definitely introduce yourself and say hello because you have the opportunity to connect to some awesome people in this live stream. Wow. Beautiful day. Relatively sunny here in Missouri. Feel like it might be in the 80s, maybe even high 70s. It's really, really nice. Shawnee Grows, what's up? Just getting in here. Welcome in, Shawnee. Hey, yeah, welcome to the Friday Live. What's on your mind? I'm listening from Minnesota. Minnesota in the house. Welcome in, Shawnee. What's up? What are you doing? Probably a lot. Shawnee is very productive, very productive. Shawnee has an admirable work ethic. I admire Shawnee's work ethic. Work ethic is one of those things that I think is exceedingly rare nowadays. Just keeping it real. I'm seeing 5 accounts playing this. Let's go, let's grow. I'm seeing 4 likes already. 1 like away from my first goal for number of likes. I think an insect just flew on me. That's rural Missouri for you. Shawnee Grows wrote, I'm having lunch and I'm frustrated about my van being broke down. Ooh, still broke down, huh? I filmed a YT video today. Need to set up a live stream for a future show. All right. See, as I had mentioned, being productive. I'm seeing 24 accounts playing this right now. Stop scrolling. Stop. Chill out. Give me a few seconds of your time. Hang out, hang out, hang out. If you're new here, say hello. If you're a content creator, introduce yourself. If you're not a content creator, introduce yourselves anyways. Introduce yourself anyways. This is an open discussion. I'm seeing 5 likes. Boom. Thank you to whoever was kind enough to hit that like. Type in the chat, say hey, and let's catch up. That's right. Janet Potter, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you, Shawnee and Janet, for staying active in the chat. There's a butterfly on my coffee mug. Look at that. Look at that. Everyone write butterfly in the comments. Let me know you see this butterfly. Write butterfly in the comments. Butterfly just chilling out. Chilling on my coffee cup. Look at that. There you go. Jackson Surges wrote, hi, hi, hi. Welcome in, Jackson Surges. Thank you for being here. That is really cool. I am so thankful we have a lot of butterflies on our property. I think that is at least partially because of things we've planted, and also at least partially because we have let most of our property grow wild. So that native vegetation is there, and native vegetation, a lot of so-called weeds, produce beautiful flowers, folks. Beautiful flowers. So before you cut those weeds, before you mow them, think about it. Because the weeds that might not look like much, they can produce some beautiful flowers, like nodding thistle, for example. Nodding thistle. I have noticed that butterflies absolutely love nodding thistle. Jackson Sturgis wrote butterfly. Thank you, Jackson, for listening and to what I said and writing butterfly in the chat. Janet Potter wrote butterfly. All right. Not much. I'm assuming Jackson is saying what they are up to. You? Well, thank you for asking if that was to me. I am kind of just getting my day going. I got my day going a little before and just easing into things, doing a little bit of YouTube stuff and checking my phone, stuff like that. Um, and I have work later today. Got to be there by 4 the latest, and I'm going to try to do some homesteading before I head out. So taking care of livestock, probably going to do some plant garden watering today. I'm going to try to record a long form video today that will be probably I'm going to be recording another homestead wisdom video. That's going to be a series. There's so much content that my wife and I have discussed for our homestead wisdom series. So I want to get that going. Carolina Kind Family Homestead wrote, cheers, brother. Cheers, chat. Welcome in, brother. Thank you for being here, man. Thank you for being here. Shawnee goes, I hope to catch a ride out to the garden property to prepare for that 90 degrees Fahrenheit all next week. Woo, it's going to be hot. Check harvest, check pest, check watering. I will try to record a few more videos for the channel. There you go. There you go. I found that content creation is best done like continually as you're doing things is one of the best times to just record a video. There's been so many times that I've just gone about my day, and I should have recorded. Like if I'm going to be doing whatever gardening thing, doing whatever thing for our chickens or whatever, that's content. And I, however, frequently try to capture those moments. I need to meal plan and prep still. All right, all right. Let me go back in the chat. Oh, maybe Jackson was responding to what Shawnee wrote, which was, Jackson surges, hey, what's happening this weekend? Thank you, Shawnee and Jackson, for being awesome and staying active in the chat. I'm so happy we got Carolina Kind Family Homestead here. He's awesome. He's a cool, cool guy. He's a cool guy. Got a lot of love for him. Oh, yeah. I'm ready to rant. I'm ready. I'm ready to go. Let's do it. Oh, I don't even remember. Did I even make the announcement that you awesome people made the first goal for number of likes be achieved or whatever? I think I might have destroyed that sentence there. If I didn't, thank you to everybody who made my first goal happen. I'm seeing 9 likes already. You folks are crushing the likes today. Thank you to everybody who hit the like. Next goal, I'm going to push for 15. Let's go. Let's go. Right from 5 is my first goal to 15 as my second. Let's do it. Thanks, bro. I appreciate the kind words. You're welcome, man. You're welcome. I wouldn't say it unless I meant it. I'm that type of guy, you know? I like to be kind to people, but if I say it, I mean it. And I try to find something nice to say to people, you know, even if I might not like them overall, like as in being like, I just don't like them. Like there might be a thing or things I like about them. They might have some redeeming qualities, but I find that if you try, you can anywhere from usually to always find something nice to say to someone. And it's a great habit to develop, you know? And it's great for content creators, unsolicited advice. You other content creators might understand what I'm about to get into. So my wife and I are connected to people that put out content that, quite frankly, we don't really care. We don't really like the content. We don't. My wife and I like nice people. So if someone's nice, we're going to probably try to support them. That being said, if somebody has content about Matchbox cars or toys or whatever, I don't really care about that stuff. Although Matchbox cars are kind of cool. As a 42-year-old adult, I don't collect Matchbox cars. But you know what I can say in a video like that? Hey, that's a cool car. Hey, great job hunting for a great find. Hey, I like your shirt, if there's shirts in the video and if it's a nice shirt. I don't lie, but I try to find something nice to say. So there's a little tip for you, content creators. If you're trying to show support to people who you don't really like their content, I challenge you to find something nice to say, anyways. I challenge you. All right. Jackson Surges wrote, please sub. Thank you, Jackson Surges. So, Jackson, are you. Oh, I'm thinking of a gentleman whose name I think might be Zaxxon. Zaxxon. I think he's like an auto mechanic, perhaps. Jackson, pardon my memory if my wife and I are connected to your channel. Is this your first time in any of mine and my wife's live streams, any of mine and my wife's videos or whatever? First time to our channel. Okay. Pardon my memory if we've known you. I don't remember everybody, especially with just names and little profile pics or whatever. I still have mine from the 70s. My son plays them from the 70s. That's cool. And I would argue, perhaps correctly, that they might be worth some money depending on the condition. I think they're so cool. Like if I had more money, I could see myself collecting different Matchbox cars, different model cars. They're cool. I probably wouldn't do it anyways, even if I had the money, but I could see how that could be fun for some people. Going back in the chat, Jackson Surges, working on any Lego builds lately. I love Legos. Legos are cool. Top dressing container gardens, what's your approach? Boom. If that was for me, I'm going to get into it. Well, I might meander in my speech and I might directly and slash or indirectly answer that question. Number one, pulling weeds and using them as mulch, which maybe could be argued is a form of top dressing. I'm essentially keeping nutrients on the surface of the soil. Used tea leaves, used coffee grounds, occasional sprinkle of wood ash, mulching, rabbit manure. Rabbit manure is great. Yeah, I think in the past I may have used. I don't recall if it was in any of our containers, but on soil surface in ground, I believe I've used a little bit of rock dust to create soil as opposed to having just a bunch of organic matter, a bunch of compost to help build soil aggregates. I think rock dust is something that is not talked about much in the gardening community. Yeah, chop and drop, you know, pulling weeds and using them as mulch, chop and drop, cleaning up like pruning and just using whatever falls off as a nice mulch bed in containers. I think a lot of people don't mulch when it comes to containers. I don't know why. I wonder why that is. Huh. Yeah. And Jackson, just in case I did not thank you before for writing, please sub. Thank you for writing, please sub. And if I did, there's another thanks for you. Oh, we might have our first troll in the chat. Uh-oh, I see a lot of deleted messages. Let's see if this person was being mean, see if they were being horrible. Oh, no, that was Jackson Surge's messages. Maybe Carolina Kind thought that was spam. I think Jackson, it was. Maybe when Jackson wrote it was, that was, maybe they were letting me know if they were responding to whoever and or whatever I said. I think Carolina Kind, I think Jackson is not spamming. I think that their approach is to just write a lot of messages, which is great. So I think instruction style. Yeah, Carolina Kind. I think Jackson is fine, but thank you for keeping an eye on the chat and doing moderator stuff. Thank you, Carolina Kind. I'm leaning towards Jackson is cool, I think. Let me read the chat. Jackson Surges. I've looked at the flower Lego kits. Never did buy one though. Do you like free builds from your mind or instruction style? That's a great question for Lego enthusiasts or Legos enthusiasts. Maybe it would be Legos enthusiasts. Instruction style. I think I might have missed the comments earlier. Make sure you're on all chat live chat to see the full conversation and not top chat. Thank you for that tip. Might not understand it, or I might not understand it. I might only partially understand it, but thank you for dropping that tip. Directive, whatever it was. I still have a bunch of old lunch boxes. That's cool, and those are probably worth some money. You know what I want to do? I want to go through every tote to decide if it's keep, donate, or sell. It's overwhelming though. Oh, I get it. I get it. I get it. Oh, okay. I think Jackson was writing multiple things, so Carolina Kind might have taken that as spam. Maybe that's considered spam. Helpful tip: please don't spam the chat with repeating your words. Thanks. Thank you, Shawnee Gross, for writing that. Pulled weeds go to rabbits here. Yes, yes, very smart, brother. Yeah. Oh wow, I found a channel. Oh, if I remember the name of the channel, I will try to mention it in the next live stream. It's like a. It seems like most or all of the content's about building soil from a regenerative agriculture point of view. And oh wow, I could binge watch this material. It's fascinating. So the reason why I mentioned that was because when it comes to feeding livestock, obviously, or it's obvious to however many people, not all vegetation is created equal. There can be dramatic differences in the nutrient content of the vegetation. And when you're talking about like raising cows, for example, they're eating massive amounts of vegetation and having, like, for example, 20% more sugars in the vegetation, like 10% more calcium. What if you follow things out in a formulaic manner, it could create dramatic differences with people's bottom lines as far as yield and inputs, outputs, things like that. So when people feed livestock vegetation, try to source the vegetation from nutrient rich areas. Okay, like I've posted a video, maybe videos, of pulling vegetation from in and around your compost pile. That vegetation is packed with nutrients. Packed with nutrients. Okay, and that's ideal. Okay, now if you have like a driveway and there could be some toxins around, exhaust fumes, maybe cleaning chemicals, whatever, avoid that type of stuff. And you can tell, by the way, sometimes you can tell what is in the soil by what is growing there. Yep, you can. Like maybe drawing a blank. Perhaps it's thistles, nettle. Nettle, I believe, might be the one that likes high nitrogen areas. Okay. So if you see a lot of nettle, stinging nettle perhaps, then that could be a sign that there's lots of nitrogen in that area. Morning glories, I think, might be another one that can tell you that there's a lot of there's a lack of calcium in the area. And you could kind of observe, and like if you have very tall sorghum grass, American black nightshade, I think, might be another one. Large, with a lot of greens, plants like that, you might have a lot of nitrogen in an area. So observing your area can kind of tell you what's in the area. If you see a lot of mushrooms, that could be a sign that there's a lot of carbon in the area. So observe the plants, and you can pick and choose based on the plants what to feed your livestock. And if you approach it from a nutrition point of view, you should really be pulling a variety of different things. But Carolina Kind Family Homestead, I absolutely think that's amazing to give those weeds to your livestock, right? Let me go back to the chat. Carolina Kind timed out Jackson Surges. Thank you, Jackson Surges, for writing. Please sub. Just try not to write repetitive things in the chat, Jackson Surges, please. He was begging for subs. Oh, thank you, Carolina Kind Family Homestead. I think I was taking that like he was telling folks to connect to mine and my wife's channel. And even if he was, maybe write it once or write it like every once in a while. Like, even if he was telling people to connect to mine and my wife's channel, just drop it once or maybe every like 5-10 minutes or something, maybe, but not multiple times in a short period of time, which is arbitrary, subjective, or whatever. Shawnee Grows, to get connections authentically, please put out content instead of begging. Yes. Weeds for rabbits, cool. Yes. Jackson Surges wrote, I have diabetes. I'm so sorry to hear that. Brian Beltrain said hi. Welcome in, Brian. Welcome in. Colorado and buffaloes. All right. Nature is wild. Yes. Jackson wrote, okay, my bad. See, I respect Jackson's response there. I respect that. A lot of people don't have the character to say, my bad. I'm sorry. I respect that. Shawnee Grows, learning what each plant breaks down into a nutrient level, it's really a cool recipe. Strong plant lipids comes from sulfur and calcium in the soil. Mulberry tree leaves, high percentage protein for animals. River birch too. Yeah, I think I've heard of that or something like that about mulberry leaves. I think I may have never heard about that for river birch. I might not even be familiar with river birch. If you are seeing plants with deep taproot show up, you might have compaction. Yes, nature's trying to fix it. Absolutely. There's a line between overseeded invasion of a species. I love looking at grazing blends, food plots. It's so satisfying to mix a variety of seeds in a bowl and broadcast. I think that would be absolutely satisfying. And we've done that with a variety of seeds. Using food producing plants as a cover crop, which is different. I don't think it worked out as well as I would have liked it because perhaps the soil wasn't prepped for it well or the broadcasting and or the planting of said seeds maybe was not done well, but I think we might have gotten a plants to pop up. I'm going to try it again, but do it differently. For example, deer food plot, crimson clover, fixation, balanza clover, radish, kale, turnips. Oh yeah, and however much of that, maybe most or all of that would be great livestock feed to rabbits, for example, chickens, for example. Fall crop food plot for deer, crimson clover. Oh, okay. Food plot for deer, crimson clover, fixation, balanza clover, berseem clover, winter peas, black oats, cereal rye, radish, turnip, buckwheat. Yes. I think when in doubt, when it comes to cover crop, I think diversity is key. A lot of people will plant maybe one, maybe two, maybe three types of seeds or broadcast or whatever. I think it's best to go to like four or more types of seeds. There's benefits to having that diversity there. Plural benefits, plural. So I think diversity is key. In at least some situations, diversity is key. Somebody might really want to grow a bunch of alfalfa for cows. So maybe they'll just focus on alfalfa. That's great. But I think most small scale or mid scale gardeners, small scale, mid scale homesteaders, I think diversity is the way to go. Plant families, diversity is key. Yes, I'm not sure if you wrote that before or after I said it, Shawnee, but I absolutely agree. Absolutely agree. Poesai. Poesy. Don't remember how that would be pronounced, or at least the last part. The last part of that, I might not remember how it's supposed to be pronounced. For deep rooting in biomass. Fabaceae, legumes for nitrogen fixation. Brassic, Brassicaceae, mustards, brassicas for biofumigation. And Polygonaceae, buckwheat for phosphorus. Excellent, excellent, excellent information, Shawnee. Shawnee is really great at looking things up and getting that information into live stream chats. Thank you, Shawnee. Sunflowers, mic drop. Sunflowers are so phenomenal. I like research. I wish I had more time to garden. I would, I would be doing a lot more of it. Shawnee Grows, are you familiar with Matt Powers? Matt Powers. He gets into some, maybe some intermediate. I think from what I've seen from his more recent stuff, some very advanced soil and compost analysis kind of stuff. Matt Powers. Yep, Matt Powers. I'm listening to many webinars, never took his classes. I've never taken any of his classes. It might be a great investment to take his classes. I like research. Yeah, I like research too. I might have already said something about that comment before. Yeah, Matt Powers, he soil food web and all that stuff. His stuff is really amazing. I think I don't know if you've seen his recent stuff, which I think is fascinating and very interesting. His more recent stuff seems to be mostly about analyzing compost and soil under microscopes, which is amazing and fascinating and whatever. However, I've got a at least a beginner level understanding of that stuff, and there's an expression. It's all Greek to me. Like his stuff, I think, is geared to more now. From what I've seen, is more geared to people that are really really into all the scientific details about soil food web of compost and soil. And he uses a lot of terms that I have no idea what he's talking about, and talks about a lot of things I don't understand. I could pick up little things here and there maybe, but I like his older stuff. And this is just from what I've seen. Maybe he still does what I'm about to say, but his older stuff seemed to be more about like just general soil building and regenerative stuff and like chop and drop and things like that. Now it's like, let's analyze this soil sample from Alaska and discuss very scientific, advanced details about what's going on under the scope kind of stuff, which is fascinating, but yeah, I'll leave it at that. All right. He's a microscope guy. Yeah. His older stuff used to be kind of different, I think. Gemlin Love. Good afternoon, everyone. How you doing today? Welcome in, Gemlin Love. Happy you made it. I'm awesome. I'll answer, even if you weren't asking me. I'm awesome. I'm more blessed than I deserve. Having a great day. It's a beautiful day. This is a gardening day. Got a little wind. You folks might be able to hear that. Oh, yeah. Got some nice wind. Woo! That feels nice, though. It's at the point where it's like a nice tropical breeze, but it's not like really intense. Relatively sunny. The sun goes in and out of the clouds, or it gets covered from the clouds or whatever at times, but not very hot. It's a beautiful gardening day. Let me go back in the chat, see if I missed some stuff. Okay, so the first "How you doing today" might have been from me, and then Gemlin Love asked, "How's everyone doing today?" Thank you, Gemlin Love, for asking me and the others how they are today. Very, very good YouTube etiquette. Very good. I feel better than yesterday emotionally. I hope to get much more tasks done. Trying. What's going on, Shawnee? You all right? You okay? Did you have a rough day yesterday? Gem, I feel accomplished so far today. Nice. Gem, Lynn Love. That's good. I can understand. Also, I have heard the wind. LOL. Looks nice outside by me as well. Shawnee Groves wrote earlier in the chat. Gemlin Love, great to see you here. Thank you, Shawnee, for being kind to Gemlin Love. Yesterday was my mother's birthday, which, if you don't remember, she passed 2 years ago. I might remember or vaguely remember that your mother passed. And 2 years is arguably kind of recent. I'm so sorry, Shawnee. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. My condolences to you, and my condolences to your family. Gem, Lynn, Love. My mom passed away 2 years ago as well. I completely understand. Her birthday is coming up in November. I'm so sorry, Gem, Lynn, Love. My condolences to you and your family. We had a birthday for her. My mom passed on, I believe it was February 19th, so feels like recent or very recent. Very unexpected. Gemlin Love, you wrote your mother's birthday would be coming up in November, or is coming up in November, or whatever. When is when was her birthday, if you don't mind me asking? Mine's November 21st. I can hear the neighbor mowing their toxic sprayed grass. Oh no. Oh, people really gotta stop with that toxic garbage. It's so selfish and stupid. Then they mow it, and what I call the great mixers of nature, wildlife, wind, rain. There might be another one or ones that I'm missing. Definitely wildlife, wind, and rain could move those toxins onto your property. That's nice. I still have a birthday for my mom. My mom's birthday would be coming up on July 29th. Huh. My mom was in her 60s, which is arguably relatively young. November 20th. Wow, one day before my birthday. Hey, I just want to say thank you to everybody who hit the like. I'm seeing 11 likes, and that's awesome. Thank you so much to everybody who hit that like. Hit the like if you haven't already, please. It's kind, it's free, it's really easy. Now they'll hopefully help out this live stream. My first goal was 5, and you folks, whoever hit the like, crushed it relatively quickly, I think, compared to other live streams and other of compared to my wife's other live streams. That was relatively quick. My second goal for number of likes is 15. So if you folks could move it in that direction, that would be awesome. Shawnee Grows wrote, "Yup, we have my mom's favorite foods. We talk about her favorite things. We make cards and look at a picture book I made with her, photos and food and gardens." Did your mom like to garden, Shawnee? Shawnee, I have a question for you. How and when, or this might be two questions. How and when did you first get into gardening? I'm curious. Yup, she loved gardening. Oh, She gardened differently than me. Okay. Well, as long as it was non-toxic, different can be okay or good or great as long as it's non-toxic. Gem Lynn Love, I liked and I just connected. Thank you so much, Gem Lynn Love. Thank you so much. That is awesome of you. You seem really, really cool. So, Gem Lynn Love, I being based on what you just wrote, and maybe at least partially based on my memory, I don't recall ever seeing you on mine and my wife's channel before, so might be new here. Do you have content on your channel, Gem Lynn Love? So as a little girl, I helped pick peas and green beans. Then when I became a mother 8 years ago, I started planting and growing things myself. So I was 27 years old. Very cool. Very cool. Yeah. Wow. It was like, let me think. It might have been between 15 to 20 years ago that I really first did a little garden, had a garden at my father's house back in New York. Really successful considering I was like pretty new to it. I might have dabbled here and there before then. Really successful. Wow. Like, anyway, I think I remember putting like arugula in like a garbage bag. We had so much of it or whatever. But there's an interesting story about how a buddy of mine who I would say used to be a friend of mine. I don't know if I consider him a friend anymore. Did some bad things to make that garden happen. I was a very different person back then. And then about somewhere between 7 to 9 years ago, perhaps, we, my wife and I got into gardening pretty heavily back in New York. And it's been a journey. That 7 to 9 years ago is when I really got into it, like steadily, and got really more into it. And maybe before that, I was already researching about gardening, but didn't really do much, maybe, or do anything, maybe. I don't recall the details. If you folks want to get a kick out of something, when this live stream is done, please don't leave the live stream now. Go back to, there's a throwback video of back in New York. It shows some of our gardening. It might not have been when our gardening was at its best or, performing its best or whatever, but you could see some stuff we had growing back in New York in a highly populated suburb. Check that out. It might be like Throwback Thursdays or something or whatever. It's a throwback video. You folks might get a kick out of that. Shawnee, you might get a kick out of that if you haven't seen it. Gem Lynn Love. I actually keep a picture of my mom and my daughter that was next to her in my wallet. What do you mean your daughter that was next to her? Gem Lynn Love. Friends change. Yes, they do. Even though this guy maybe really didn't change. I think he has a redeeming quality or qualities, but he always had some really horrible qualities, and then he just got maybe worse and worse. So, or maybe it's not that he got worse and worse. Maybe he just showed more of how he was, and slash, or maybe just got caught for more than he used to. Shawnee grows. I'm all in for gardening now. Awesome. I'm new and no, I don't have content. I'm still deleting all my videos. My daughter, she made so many shorts, LOL. I only have a couple of videos, just video, no content. You know what I mean. Okay. So do you plan on putting up some content, Gemlin Love? I bet you will be planting for fall next month. Actually, I might start planting for fall now-ish. Maybe even today. We've been continually planting here and there some things like sugar snap peas, whatever. But for the most part, it was like a plant, and then radishes we planted, like a couple things, a few things maybe. But then there's gonna be maybe soon, maybe like Maybe even starting today, getting some fall garden stuff going. I have to start now for fall. Yeah. Mm, yeah. Timing. So important. Got to figure out what we still have time for. Here in Missouri, it seems that the summers last longer than they did in New York. Like, summer here extends well, from what I remember, summers typically extend well into September and even like October at times. So I think it might be a longer growing season here than New York, but I'm not sure about a thing or things if we'll have enough time to actually get them to harvest stage at this point. Twin Brook Acres, what's up, Rick? Hey, y'all, finally managed to jump into a live. Happy you made it. Welcome in. Hit that like if you haven't, please. Happy you made it. Yeah, the timing with losing daylight hours. Yeah, so sad to lose daylight hours. I love long days. I love being able to go outside 7, 8, 9 p.m. and still have the sun out. Oh, I really dislike when it's like 5 p.m. or whatever in the winter and it's dark. But hey, that's the natural rhythm, right? We're supposed to go along with it. Um, yeah. What's going on this weekend at Twin? Yep, I smashed the thumb. Boom! I'm seeing 12 likes now. Thank you so much, Twinbrook Acres. You're awesome. Yeah, what are you up to? What are you up to this weekend, Rick? I started today's live a little earlier. I'm still working on fine tuning schedule, and based on my probable changes in my work schedule, I might have to shift the Friday noon lives to a different day or maybe a different time, maybe a very early or an earlier Friday live. Um, I'm gonna have to see. I did a live stream at night recently. For the first time in a while, I've been doing most of them in maybe late morning to around noon, maybe late afternoon typically. Maybe on occasion an evening one or evenings, one in the evenings perhaps, or some in the evenings. And I did one recently that was at night, and it was one of the best live streams we've had as far as performance, um, viewers, likes, whatever, um, in a while. So I'm gonna try to just grind and hit some nighttime live streams as well. Nothing here, Shawnee. Visiting in Indiana. I go home on Thursday, then I go back to working around my property. All right. What about you, Shawnee? Oh, hey, I see you're getting 200 views usually in the lives. Would you be able to talk about your watch hour total? Sure. Yeah, they've been hovering around the same. Our shorts have been performing horribly compared to how they were before our channel got hacked. Not sure what's up. And our long form videos, I think, on average are performing worse than they did before our channel got hacked, even though I think the information we've been getting out is typically great information. It's just, I'm not sure what's going on. But we're going to keep on grinding, keep on going for it. It's only been like a couple of weeks since my wife retired, and she is really, we had a lot going on. We're so busy continually. So it's like now, just now, she's getting some momentum with things and getting things going. So those coming changes that I mentioned in the past about our channel are they'll be happening in the coming week or weeks. It takes time to get things done and get some momentum, but I'm very positive, very positive. We've been hitting around like 1780 on watch hours, which it's just we haven't had a breakout or whatever video. We haven't had a relatively like successful video in a while. We had a long form video or videos recently hitting maybe 400 or 500 plus views, but a lot of them are getting less than 100 views, which really stinks. Um, yeah, I think perhaps even though the channel that the horrible person or horrible people who hacked our channel took over, I think being that their content was gaming, just an idea, theory, or whatever, being that their content was gaming and they were doing live streams for gaming or whatever, I think it might have confused our algorithm. Like, I think maybe we actually got to the point where the algorithm got our niche or broad niche or whatever and was marketing our videos, sending our videos to people that are maybe more likely to be interested in our content. But then the gaming might have just confused the algorithm, if that makes sense. There are a lot of videos I need to catch up on. Janet, you've been awesome as far as the support. Thank you so much for all of your support. All right. Well, my husband is supposed to work on my van. I'm supposed to work on the garden property. I don't know if we are working on the new house. Busy weekend for you, Shawnee. I had to talk to ChatGPT and tell it my analytics for a video and ask why the views were low. I'm still learning the studio side of it. Yep, the YT needs to show your content to the right people. Yeah. And our content is still, and I don't want to really get too much into this. Our content is still arguably not niched down, but I've trimmed out what might at least appear to be content that's not connected to our main stuff, like, oh, check out this steak or whatever. Even though, however much of that stuff might be or is connected to our content, I'm trying to, I don't want to niche down to the point that we limit what we can do as far as what we share, but perhaps we've been focusing more on gardening, homesteading kind of stuff, but we still want to remain broad enough to encompass the holistic lifestyle stuff and help people connect the dots and see the value in connecting different dots and connecting different systems, bigger picture kind of stuff. And if that's hurting our channel, that's fine. We're going to be true to ourselves, true to our mission, because at the end of the day, it's more important for us to educate people and help people than it is to be successful on YouTube. We have another channel. Our channels will be launching probably soon. That will be totally different than this content. Stay tuned. And yeah, so I've been trying to stay somewhat focused, and there's different opinions from some very educated, very successful content creators as far as niching down, not niching down. I think it's highly contextual. It depends on people's goals. Some people could, it could be argued that their person or people who have a channel are the niche, right? Their personalities, who they are, what they do. There's lifestyle vlogging kind of stuff, which some of our stuff could be considered that, perhaps lifestyle. I don't really consider it vlogging, but we do capture some moments in our lives. Yeah, I don't think we're having an issue with branding. I don't think we're so all over it's not like we're discussing in detail like finance. Like, we might discuss finance connected to homesteading. We might discuss finance connected to just being a good steward of finances and being smart and wise in life, kind of thing. Um, you know, finance is connected to preparedness. Finance is connected to self-sufficiency, different things. We dabble in certain topics, maybe not connected to certain things that's in our typical stuff. But yeah, we cover a lot of different things, and it will stay that way. We're not gonna just become shouldn't have said my wife and I, it's our channel, are not gonna become just a gardening channel, just a homesteading channel. We have so much we want to share about different things. Much or most, probably not all, of which are interconnected or connected or whatever. I'm always told thumbnail and title do better. Well, maybe the do better was for my wife and I to do better with the title and thumbnail. We definitely have room for growth with thumbnails. We just usually screenshot or go with whatever is offered by YouTube in the options there. Yeah, that's something we're going to work on and improve. We'll get to it at some point. Title can be challenging. I want to be authentic and convey what I want to convey, but I also want to use searchable words and things. So that's tough, or it could be tough at times for me to pick titles. I'm gonna make a holistic room spray, like for scented. You mean? Do you mean, Shawnee? While launching a new channel, it's good to have 10 videos at the ready to schedule. Yeah, I get that. I had planned, probably because I had heard before, have 5 videos, but yeah, 10 videos would be even better. Give them something to get into. Hopefully, if they binge and or want to watch more than one video, they have some other stuff to go to. It also could help paint a picture of what the channel is about. There's definitely benefits to launching with more than one video. I think we're probably going to start with at least 5 videos, probably 1 or 2 long form, and like 3 to 5 shorts, something like that, maybe. J Dog One Party wrote, J Dog is in the house. What's up? Happy you made it. All right, folks, I'm going to take a quick break. Moderators, whoever is here, I know Shawnee is here. Just wait till you have members and you're putting out members only content. Well, in order to get members, I think we'd have to get the is that the first level of monetization? The 3,000 watch hours level is when you could have members, or is that one at 4? I don't might not remember right now. But yeah, that would be cool. And I could get into some like more, maybe some more intense stuff with members only content. Perhaps I will use less cryptic speech, maybe in less ambiguous speech or whatever in members only content. I could perhaps get into more detailed things, more maybe more scientific things in members only content. Not that I would only do those aforementioned things in members only content, but maybe I would focus more on those things for members only content. Those aforementioned things for members only content. Break time. Yep, 3,000 hours unlocks memberships. Okay. Yeah, I just maybe wasn't sure about that before. 13 likes, 2 likes away from my second goal of 15 likes. Please make it happen, folks. I am going to read the chat while I'm gone. Take a little break, maybe make some more coffee, maybe. It might be coffee time. All right. This is an awesome live so far. You folks are awesome. I'll be right back. Hopefully you get a nice view. There you go. Twin Brook Acres, intermission time. Head to the snack stand. But keep it playing. And I am back, folks. Thank you, Shawnee, for staying active in the chat. I was reading a bit of it when I was taking the break there. All right. Box of craft supplies. I don't know if we have one. I like to collect little things, like if I see a nice ribbon on something, like free stuff, save it or whatever. I save paper bags for maybe some future Etsy sales for whatever. Maybe some gift baskets we'll make. My wife might have a collection of craft stuff. I don't know, but that would be cool in the future for my wife and I to get into some crafting. Did you tell me about the Enchanted Forest bedtime trail game you started with your children? I don't remember that. Reward system for a successful bedtime routine, and it made me feel very happy about what routines and skills to teach for end of day. That sounds awesome. Shine like the moon is brush your teeth. Tidy the forest is pick up toys. We started the Wonder Drawer. The Wonder Drawer asked a silly question like, if your toothbrush had a name, conversation starters like you would rather have spaghetti hair or pancake feet. Also a space for them to share highs, lows. I love that. If everyone has quiet bodies and quiet voices, we earn the star for the night. Rewards after 5, 10, 20, like game night, movie night, stay up late 20 minutes, just reinforcing good habits. I love all of that, from what I understand, which is maybe most of it or all of it. A toter box to keep toilet paper rolls, cardboard ribbon, all the crafty things for the children. Oh, I think I was probably just thinking about stuff for my wife and I to do, but yeah, it would be cool to craft with our sons as well. We save toilet paper rolls and paper towel rolls to start our rocket stove or whatever, which is nearby where I am, for our charcoal grill. Yeah, I mentioned to my wife, Shawnee, that she should connect with you and discuss homeschooling stuff and things. I think you two would have a blast, and yeah, that'd be cool. All right, folks, it's just past an hour. I'm going to finish this up. I see 13 likes. Didn't quite hit my second goal for 15. That was a big goal to jump from 5 to 15, but I was going for it. But it's all good. I'm very happy and thankful for the 13 likes. Yeah, I'm going to finish up. This was a fun live, and thank you to everybody who might still be listening, who has been here and showed support during this live. Thanks for sharing your time with us. You are very welcome. Thank you, folks, for showing support. Whoever's still here showing support. I'm going to get going. So have a great day, everybody. And first and foremost, as always, most importantly, God is great. Take care, everybody.